Hello friends, the puppy and I are in the first 2 miles of doing the north loop of the Pinchot Trail in Pennsylvania. We're getting some interesting weather, definitely a bit colder than expected, but okay because it's a mountainous region. We're technically in the Poconos, I believe, and then this is in Pinchot State Forest. When we pulled up to the trailhead, we had some nice snow flurries. Then, as you can see, the sun came out a bit. We also had a little bit of sleet as well. So, ooh, yeah, some poop over there. So this is just a quick break on one of the forest roads. Then we're about to cut back in, so I thought I'd take a moment to just give a little intro of what we're doing today. We're gonna go probably about, I don't know, at least 8 miles or so, and then set up camp. Here's our turn right there with the orange blaze. I noticed they're all kind of named something different. Like that says Sassafras Hill, and we were on Powder Road earlier, or Powder Hill earlier. But just as long as we follow the orange blazes, we should be good. Good girl. As you can see, we made a few last minute changes. When I saw that the weather was going to be cold, I wanted to prioritize keeping the pupper warm. She gets cold anything below, 70 degrees. So I figured I'd bring her fleece, winter jacket. She can alternate wearing those or hiking, not have to worry about trying to fit the pack over it and her getting rubbed underneath or whatever. So it also works out with this type of trail that we're doing. There's a north and south loop and you park kind of in the middle. So I'm able to carry, because I know that I'm going to be carrying her food and things, I just carried 1 day's worth of food for us. And then when we hit back where I parked the car tomorrow, we'll just grab the next night's food. So maybe a little bit of cheating, but not bad. Well, we just finished that Sassafras Hill trail. Now we're on the North Line Trail. But again, still part of the big North Loop. We've got tons of orange blazes. Everything's been really well marked so far. Kind of interesting on the trail. There's some places where there's definitely been trail maintenance chopped away at the low underbrush. And then other places where, like you saw earlier, it's just over puppy height. And if I'm having my hands hanging down, which I do, it's scratching off the back of my hand. So definitely a trail, no thorns really, but a trail that you would want pants on, in my opinion. This little grassy area, bet someone's camped here. Yeah, looks like maybe a old fire or some sort of burned wood there. Oh, looks like we're gonna go right in here. I wonder why it's all clear over here. Yep, there's another old fire pit there. And now we get to go back into the woods. It's been, I don't know, I think a lot of people would find it boring. I've been really enjoying it, honestly, just because it's so quiet. I get a day off, multiple days off from work with my dog, so even though it's not that eventful yet, I'm enjoying it. And I know kind of at the halfway point where we'll probably stop for lunch, there's Painter's Creek, which is supposed to be a beautiful area, so looking forward to seeing that. I don't know if you can see behind us, look at how flat and nice this trail is. I mean, just look at that. It's awesome. We never get flat trails like this, ever. So we've been power walking it. It's awesome. This would be totally fun to mountain bike, I think. Just cruising down. Yeah, so I was just thinking it's a lot of pros to the weather being cold like this. I'm pretty happy about it. We don't have to worry about snakes. That's awesome. I'm always worried about that, with the pupper, with myself. They blend in so well. I am keeping an eye out for porcupines, however. Always have to think about that when we go a little further north. So keeping a tight tab on the puppy and leashing whenever needed, of course. She's a little bit hesitant, I think, so she's sticking extra close, which I'm totally fine with, probably just because it's a new place and she's also a little bit cold. You probably can't tell from the video, but it's started to snow, sleet again. Yeah, nothing wild, and just, you can tell it's passing through. So it looks like our North Line trail changed to Spruce Hill Trail. And again, still our our orange blazes. I was going to say the yellow blazes indicate any sort of side trail that's not part of the main north and south loop. And man, I already take back my words earlier about being boring. After I said that, there's just like some cool rock outcroppings. We had like a mini overlook. There's like a marsh area with all these frogs singing. I mean, even look at this now. This is pretty cool. So yeah, totally take it back. This is very enjoyable. Flakes or sleet, one or the other. So this is where it wants us to cross. Don't know that that's gonna happen. But I guess the trail continues over there. So we're stopping to take a little break, and then it's either water shoe time for crossing or find an alternative way across. I think I spotted a decent place. So yeah, we're going to reevaluate. We're going to put an extra layer on. Just taking a break from the sleet in this nice pine tree area. It does seem to border against some private land, like kind of where my pack is. Some of the trees are marked, so we're not going to go into that area. All right, well, we're at just under 7 miles, and I am feeling it. After Painter Creek, or while we were at Painter Creek, I filled up on water because it looks like we're not going to get any more until camp. So I am carrying just about 3 liters, which, boy, do I feel. I did perk up after eating something, so that was good. Not as much as I would have liked, but the sun came out a little bit. Partial blue skies. At least it's not sleeting, so that's good. Just trying to embrace the suck a little bit. My body's just aching. So it's good. All in all, I mean, so far, this is just what I need for a shakedown hike. Continue to learn my body, learn my gear and such. My pack is top heavy because I put the tent on top of it. So it's not great if I tilt a little to the side, you know, crossing over blowdowns and such. So still need to mess around with the best way to balance the pack. Was bothering my right shoulder a little bit, which I noticed the last time I hiked with it. So just playing around with the adjustments. I think I got it a little better. We are maybe a mile away from camp, maybe 2 miles depending on what site I choose. So now it's just getting there and scoping it out. Quick update, sleeting again, so that's fun. We just passed the first option tents or campsite, and it's decent, but I got my second wind. So yeah, I sat down back there after I was saying I was wiped out, just had a little sit down, drinking some water, just chilling, and that helped. And then, so we're gonna make this last push. It's probably like, I don't know, 0.8 mile roughly to the next site. Hopefully it's as nice as the one we passed. Didn't have a lot of space, but you know, I only have a 1-person tent, so that should be fine. And this is now a little rocky, but straight, and we're going downhill. We're just gonna cruise it, honestly. I'm just gonna go at whatever pace my body wants to go at, and we'll call it good, because then I think the plan is set up the tent, chill for a bit, and then make dinner when we get hungry. The chance of precipitation is going down by every passing hour. Not that it's been high in the first place. Been playing around with my Garmin InReach Mini and getting the weather reports and such, so that's been really nice. I do have Verizon cell coverage pretty much this entire time so far. So nice thing for this trail. All right, so this is our campsite. This trail, I think, is like an old service road or something that runs parallel to where we were on the Pinchot Trail in that direction. I'm not sure if this was a campsite that people pointed out, but it was what I found. So I'm just off to the side of the road. My bear hang is off over there. We've been here a couple hours now. Had dinner early and everything. The puppy's in there. Here's the little, what I figured it was a campsite because there was a fire pit here. So that was what drew me to it. And I mean, it's grassy, fairly level. So yeah, that's where we're at for the night. It was sleeting a bit, so I just kind of did camp chores as quickly as possible. And the puppy was getting tired, so I laid down so she could have a little nap. And yeah, that's about it. The phone had to charge, so that's also why I kind of waited a little while. I, strangely enough, have internet service and everything here, so we've just been listening to a podcast, and I just came out to use the bathroom and do some stretches. Home sweet home for the night. We had a very windy night. Thankfully, this tent, it's in a very sheltered spot, so that's been really nice. Definitely kept me awake a bit because you can just hear it gusting through the trees, and I mean, it sounds so loud, it's almost like machinery. You can probably hear it a little bit now. It's nice and cozy in here, though. We did not have any problem staying warm. I did the little emergency blanket under the sleeping pad trick, and that worked out awesome. Definitely could feel a difference. Plus I wore an extra layer up here, and then 2-layer socks. Jen wore her fleece, and then after about 3 hours we woke up way too hot and shed the extra layers. So I kept this fleece on, but everything else we took off. So now we just went out to do a morning constitutional, and now we're back in the quilt warming up the clothes. Well, we kept the clothes in there all night, but they were at the foot of the quilt, so I just pulled everything up so we could start to warm things up to get dressed. It's pretty cold out. I think it feels like it's in the teens because of the wind, but it's only 30 now. So I was thinking we could have a quick snack while packing up, and then just walk down to the car and have breakfast there. That way we can get in the car to get out of the wind, and if I need to, I can turn on the heat just to get us really warmed up before we head on out with my friend. Well, we're hitting the trail. This is, according to all trails, a snowmobile trail, and either way, we have to get dumped out into the road and walk back to the parking lot. And if I take the snowmobile one, it'll dump us a little bit closer to the parking lot. So, thought we'd take that. It's running right now, perpendicular. The Pinchot Trail is right over there. So, I'm okay with skipping a little bit of a portion just so we can minimize the road walking. I just don't feel comfortable when I have this little one with me. Cars can't see her as well. So, not that I expect a lot of traffic today, but we'll see. As you can see, maybe you can see, I don't know. It is lightly snowing and sleeting again, which is not supposed to happen. But we'll see what the day brings. It's supposed to get sunny later. Just overcast now, cloud cover. So, we'll see. The sun's trying to come out. Almost to the parking lot.
nice vlogging style, I guess, today, since I was with my friend Casey and we were kind of talking and chatting. And also, this south loop is definitely, I don't want to, yeah, I'll say it's a little bit more challenging. The ground was pretty much either mud that we had to pick through about ankle deep, rocks and roots combination, enough that I tweaked my right, not really the ankle, but it's like the side of my foot a bit. So the last couple of miles I was hobbling along, but I made it. We did 8 miles to Choke Creek Falls, and in the morning I had done the little over a mile to the car, so I ended up doing 9 miles roughly again today. So 2 9-mile days back to back, which is new for me, so that was pretty cool to realize that I can do it. And I guess that'd be Jin's first time doing that too, and she did really good. She definitely was very hungry today, so I made sure to give her extra food with dinner and, you know, snacks in between. Plus she got to snack all day while she hikes, just like I do. And she is, of course, still fast asleep already. We set up camp. It's windy again, but thankfully dying down now. Yeah, just a beautiful trail, and I see why people love it so much. I'm hoping I can go out and enjoy the waterfall a little more tomorrow morning. It was just so cold that we really hustled with doing chores and getting to the tent just because the wind was blowing so hard. I'm trying to, so not only did I tweak my right foot somehow, I also cut my hand. Nothing, just a super shallow cut, but I had reached out, I think when crossing some mud, to just balance myself against a tree, but I didn't look at the tree trunk first, and it had a lot of broken off sticks, and the stick just went boom right into the palm of my left hand. So again, shallow, got it all cleaned up. I don't even have a band-aid on it. It was so small. So yep, that was it. We only have about 5 miles to get out back to the car and finish this south Pinchot Trail loop. So we're just gonna take our time and take it easy and enjoy it.